the chaos. The stock market is crazy and chaotic.
Oh my God, are you seeing this shit, bro? Tesla closed at $695. What the hell is going on?
Brad and Fat Man Zoom are here to help you own it.
Now with IBM getting here, I think it's just going to come more to the forefront, and people are going to get more and more eyeballs on Salesforce. Should see a really nice move.
Taking it to the suits, being relatable and hilarious.
We got D's nuts in the crew. Every
Hell
crew
yeah.
needs D's nuts. You know what D's nuts' #1 holding is? Big C.
Get ready to own the chaos in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, what happened? I lost my, hold on. Stand by. Stand by, people. And now we just have a black screen. Oh. Oh, man. What's happening? Well, hold on one sec, folks. Just take a gander at Snowflake for a second. Boop, boop. Doo, 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 doo. Technical. This sure feels like April Fool's. I wish it was a joke. Oh, great. Awesome. Yep. Cameras are not
The
coming.
clubhouse. Do we?
They're all plugged in. Stand by.
What's up, Chris?
I think we're back. Please tell me we're back. We're back. Oh, God. Hey. Now we're back. Hey, here we are.
We're not in Zoom, folks. Nice try.
Anyways, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Own the Chaos. My name is Brad. That is Fat Man Zoom. The stock market is crazy and chaotic, and apparently so is our we've made it our mission to help you own it. So if you want to see more content like investing, all that good stuff, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, hit the like button, all that good stuff, because we sure would appreciate it. Fat Man Zoom, we'll be chatting about today.
Oh, we're talking about the tech comeback. Is it back for good? Is the rotation over? And then we're going to get into the infrastructure, see some key takeaways. We're not going to
Now it
get
says
real
we're
deep.
muted. God damn it, man.
No, it is or it isn't. Nina says we're not.
No, it's not. Okay, we're good. It's your problem, not mine.
But first, starting five.
Let's do it.
Coming in at point guard at 5'6", 127 pounds, Nate. Sohail,
Soaking
Tiger's
wet.
Edge, Arfin, Mark Peaches and Cream. What's going on?
Is that actually his name, Peaches and Cream?
Now, Mark Peach.
Oh.
Peaches and Cream. One of the great songs.
So, wild week in the markets.
I think that was like an attempt at an April Fool's joke.
Oh, that I was muted?
Maybe, I don't know. Where's Mr. Alamat when I need him?
I know.
Oh, yes, it was a wild day in the markets.
This week. If you guys recall, Monday I put out a video that's saying that I was down $10,000 and I was 9% red on the year. That's kind of been erased. What are you looking at?
Yeah, it is. They are correct. The quality is weird. You're going to have to live with the people.
It's got to
We're
be
just gonna
internet
roll with
connection
it.
or something. I can't do nothing about that.
Our internet connection?
Yeah. If it's coming through like that.
We'll just roll with it, guys. We'll figure it out for next week, or for Sunday.
Yep.
Sorry, where were we at?
I don't remember. I
wild
was talking
week in
about
the
how much I was down, and now I'm back to green. I just wanted to basically hammer
Are you
home.
back to green?
Just about. I'm about 1 to 2% off the year for being back into the green. So working our way back to beating the markets. I just wanted to kind of hammer home the what I was saying on Monday, that, reacting emotionally and investing in garbage, during uncertain times usually doesn't make any sense. Obviously, the proof has been proven in the pudding this week. So it feels good.
Yeah, it does. The question is, next week, what happens? Do we see some continuation? Do we see a pullback? What do you think happens in tech? I mean, we care about tech. We care about Tesla. We care about Apple.
Yeah, what are they all going to do?
What are they going to do next week?
Well, first, before we get into that, I just want to talk about real quick the infrastructure deal that we heard about last night. Some really crazy, speaking of tech, some really crazy moves in ChargePoint, Blink. Some of the other charging station related stocks went absolutely haywire. And a lot of it had to do with the infrastructure deal. So there's two key takeaways. One of them was, for me, that the corporate taxes are proposed to potentially be raised up to 28% from its current 23%. And so I not sure how I feel about it. What I will say, though, is that it will impact the markets. Anytime you have to pay more taxes, it affects your bottom line. Your bottom line affects your PE ratios. Your PE ratios are lower than what they were the quarter before, the year before. Impacts the performance of the stock. So regardless of whether or not you agree with the tax hike or you like the tax hike or not, it's going to impact your stocks, period. So it's very important to understand and know how it will take effect on those.
Yeah, we'll probably do a video next week taking a deeper dive into infrastructure bill as far as the specific stocks that are affected. We talk a little bit about sort of the EV side of it and the $174 billion proposal that's a piece of the overall $2.25 bill.
Right.
But in the coming weeks, that'll come. But yeah, it was crazy how those moved. Those came back. But yeah, I agree with you as far as the corporate taxes are concerned. But I also think that would be, not a long-term hit. The market adjusts in accounts and the company have to adjust an account.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely think it's going to be a hit for sure, and probably for a few weeks, if not months, because it has to get through earnings and the impact of earnings.
It does, but I think when we look at the amount of money that's coming in, right? So it's almost kind of I think that 25% I would be okay with and might not actually move the needle. I think 28 definitely would. The reason why I say that is because there's so much money moving into the markets. It's all going to kind of come out in the wash, essentially, because more people are spending more. The prices are going to go up. There's just so much going on from a consumer standpoint to a supply standpoint. We're talking about inflation being tertiary, or not tertiary, transient. Yeah. So when that all takes place, it kind of all evens itself out if there's a small tax hike. If it goes, damn.
The internet, I don't know if it's the actual internet, because the internet seems to be fine.
Some sort of connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, I just see Ema talking about. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the connection. We're back. Says we're back.
Oh, we're clear. Look at that. Let's roll.
Oh my God. All right. I'm front. I don't know what that even means. All right, so I am completely lost. So we talked about EV charging stations. Hopefully you guys heard a lot of that about that, how we think that these are going to continue to move. This also plays in the Tesla as well. Tesla has its own charging stations and could very well sublet them out to third parties and that sort of thing. So just more revenue opportunities for Tesla as well.
Yeah, we talked about ChargePoint and Blink. There are also some smaller companies as well. ChargePoint being the market leader, I think that's an easy one for people to fall back on. What I'm interested in seeing, to me, what I want to see is if I'm one of these companies, I'm racing not only to expand, but really to solve the speed at which you can recharge. Because if you can resolve that, I mean, you think about it now, how long does it take to fill up your gas tank? Coming in and out, 5 minutes max.
Right.
I think that's if there is mass adoption, that addressing that would be huge for these charging station companies.
Yeah.
10 years from now, let's say it's 2020. Let's just say 5 years from now, is ChargePoint still the market leader in your opinion? This is a guess.
Is ChargePoint? No.
I agree.
Tesla is.
Yeah, and isn't Elon? Didn't he mention also opening up his charging station so it would work with any manufacturer?
Yes.
So
Correct.
That's
so
huge as well.
again, just like other big opportunities for them. I wonder how many companies are just going to be like, what took us so long to hop on this train? You know, Tesla's so far ahead of all of this. I'm curious as to, like, you know, companies like Ford, GM, and even some of the charging stations be like, why didn't we hop on this sooner?
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be crazy.
I had, when I was thinking about the infrastructure bill and I was thinking about the EVs in general, I did a video on my Fat Man Zoom channel where I talked about this more so, not at the charging station, but more so on the rebate side. And one of the big things is, you know, the bill's pushing for maybe upwards of $10,000 rebate. But what was more important was the ceiling on rebates.
Yeah.
Right. And that would be huge if they removed them for somebody like Tesla, who's maxed out their rebates. GM, I believe, also did. But one thing, when I was thinking about the whole situation, when you think about older companies, you look at a Ford, a GM, whatever, they don't, historically, they would be against a move like this when Biden essentially says, when the administration moves towards, let's go all the way towards EV.
Yeah.
It wouldn't go through. It wouldn't happen. But what bodes well for this situation is GM and Ford. I mean, GM is going all in on EVs.
Yeah, now they are.
Ford's moving towards that as well. So there's really, I'm sure there'll be a little bit of pushback, but those legacy companies are the ones that spend money with lobbyists to push against this. And I'm not sure there's a lot of resistance as far as that's concerned.
Not anymore. I mean, it was crazy to think about, like, back in the early to mid 90s. Have you ever seen the movie or the documentary Who Killed the Electric Car?
No.
Oh, my. So GM did this. They actually made an electric car well before Tesla did.
Yeah.
And basically, to your point, a bunch of lobbyists that had to deal with the oil industry, they saw the potential that EVs had. And eventually what ended up happening is that they scrapped the whole thing. They destroyed all the vehicles, all the EV vehicles, and they've proven all the things that Tesla has proven, how much faster they are, how much more efficient they are, all that stuff. And it was just incredible to see how it got squashed like that. And then along comes Elon and says, hey, I can do it faster, better, bigger than anybody can, and now have fun catching up to me.
Speaking of the oil companies, do the oil companies like an ExxonMobil, a Chevron, a BP, like, do they try to get in the charging station game?
Absolutely. They have to be able to pivot or else they die, period. You know, and they're already starting to do that. We heard BP looking to become zero emission. Like, I don't know how that happens when you're an oil company, but you know, they're making efforts to do that. So they're going to have to do something, or else they're just going to be no more.
Shout out to JB Smith joining the Chaos Crew. Welcome to Level 1, friend.
Speaking of the Chaos Crew, so what JB is going to get now, he's going to get a daily watch list from us. So we put out 5 stocks each and every day before the market opens. It gives you a snapshot of what we think is going to be moving in the market, and we're pretty spot on with that stuff. Gives it, and it's in depth and detail. It's not just a list of stocks, right? We give reasons as to why we like it, give good technical analysis. So if you guys want to be a part of that, hit the join button next to subscribe. You also get access to our portfolios, access to Discord, all of that good stuff for $4.99 a month. It gets you a bunch of that. So make sure you're hitting the join button next to subscribe. We'd love to have you guys over there. We're over 1,000 strong. We're 1,200 strong of our Chaos Crew members. We love having you guys a part of the crew. So make sure you're hitting that join button. Also, real quick, let's do a roll call. Roll call, baby! Where are you guys from? We want to hear from you. Let us know where you guys are from. In all honesty, we want to know. Our favorite thing about this channel, about being on YouTube, is being able to connect with everybody from all over the world. So let us know where you're from.
Tesla gobbles up the smaller guys, buy them out. We'll see. We'll see.
Charlie says he's from Gonzaga.
I was pissed that Michigan lost because that would have been huge for Barstool Bets. If they made it to the championship, betting in Michigan would have went off.
Ooh, Kuwait. That's a good one.
Macau, Virginia. Tell me what's going on with MGM, please.
Me?
No, Virginia Leo is in Macau.
Tennessee, Austria. It's so crazy how many people. You guys are all connected on this channel from all over the globe. It's pretty cool. France. Love it. All right, so getting on to the main topic. Keep them coming, guys. Love seeing it. So tech right now has had a huge boom over the last couple of days, and I talked about this. We warned you guys that this was coming. The Easter rally is upon us. Don Brown says Baltimore. The Easter rally is upon us. We saw a huge move. The NASDAQ has moved a total of about 550 points since yesterday, Fat Man Zoom.
Uh-huh.
A lot of it led by your Teslas, Amazons, Apples, all that good stuff. And really just kind of everything in the NASDAQ has just been on absolute fire the last couple of days. Can it last? Are we through it? What's going to happen from here?
That's a question I asked you.
So for me, I think that obviously moves like this aren't sustainable. I don't think we go back down to the way that we were. The reason why I say this.
What does that mean? I don't understand. Explain that.
So the last 6 weeks, obviously, tech stocks, your Teslas, Apple was down 17%. Tesla was down nearly 40%.
Yeah.
Snowflake is down 45%. So there's just a lot of tech that gotten beaten up, especially some of the overvalued high flyers that went absolutely nuts. And so they're starting to come back over the last couple of days, even though 10-year yields were going up. So yesterday, 10-year yield was at 1.7, 1.72, and then actually ended up coming down slightly, but nothing crazy. And today it just kind of is about flat. But tech in general is continuing to fly. There's a couple of reasons for this. One reason is it's the first day of the quarter right now. So a lot of your money managers of huge giant hedge funds want to make sure that they're in the winners. So they, came back into your Apples. The last thing you want to do is show, a client that you are in that you're of your portfolio and that you're not an Apple. You show a client that you're not an Apple and they're going to be like, well, what the hell? So you're going to see some of that rotation happen over the last couple of days. The second thing is that people are finally starting to get used to, investors are finally getting used to the yield hikes, the interest rate hikes. The interest rate hikes started the year at 1%, and then over the last quarter went all the way up to 7.75. So 75% increase over the last quarter, which is absolutely insane. It's a crazy move in such a small amount of time. And so that's why we saw such a hit on some of the tech stocks. So now I think that by the end of the year, we still will probably get to around 2 to 2.2%. And so, in my opinion, I think the worst is behind us. I think there is going to be some leveling off. And I do think that the reopening plays are still very much the ones to own right now. But we've been saying this all along, not to abandon tech and continue to hold on to those positions.
Yeah, and you have some of them have earnings towards the end of the month, April that is.
Yeah.
And so seeing how they move into that will be really interesting. But really, the question boils down to, you think about like an Apple, and Apple has stores. And I put this on the watch list, is you got to consider this. How much, this is just a hypothetical question because I don't know the answer, but how much do people spend, and how much more do they impulse buy when they're in the store feeling products, looking at products?
Yeah.
Right? And like Apple's done a great job as far as that. Or what about purchases in store when somebody's going in to like return something or to fix something?
Right.
Like, how much do they just spend because there's accessories on the walls or there's new products there?
Yeah.
So don't discount Apple stores opening back up and traffic going back into Apple stores. But reopening with e-commerce, I feel like it's going to be a balancing act between keeping e-commerce growing, which I think it'll still happen, and then getting people back in stores, spending. I'm excited about it. I think numbers are going to surprise people when it's all said and done.
I couldn't agree more, and this is kind of, so for me, I actually ended up selling out of Square yesterday, and Square went up 10% yesterday. So I took my profit and I ran, and then I actually moved into some of the more reopening type plays. So I went and bought Under Armour because of the amount of spending, in my opinion, is probably going to go through the roof continually, especially as we start to see more and more kids get into sports. adults get into sports, things are going to open back up in that way. So we're going to see an insane amount of spending in retail in general. I just like Under Armour. It's a hometown hero, and they've really turned some things around. Their last earnings were incredible, and so I think they continue to go up. I think it belongs around $25. So planning on continuing to accumulate there. And then I got into SPG. So Simon Property Group is a company that I think will continue to move. It's already made some pretty strong moves as of recent. And I actually ended up getting a starting position on this at $115, so down slightly today, but I think this does continue to go up because of the things that you had said. Stores are opening back up, and even though we believe e-commerce is going to be the way of the future, people are still going to want to go into stores, and Simon Property Group manages property around malls and just shopping centers in general, and we're starting to see the mall kind of evolve into more of a what do you want to call it? Like to me, I always call it like a small town. There's like shops and that sort of thing, and so that's kind of what malls are evolving to. Simon Property Group is one of the leaders in this industry, and so I think that this does continue to go. The chart looks incredible. It's just been following along this 50-day moving average quite nicely since the last 2 quarters, and I think this is going to continue to roll and do really well through the end of the year.
Wasn't this like a high yield dividend stock?
I believe so. I haven't looked to see what the yield actually is, but they do have a dividend, yes.
Yeah, I can pull that up. So good question from Chris Lav that I want to bring up is, what do you say to the people saying this is a gift to get out of your tech positions?
Well, I mean, I think that perhaps we're going to see a leveling off, but I don't think we're just going to be seeing a straight up sell off. I mean, you look at Apple. Apple's trading around 30 times earnings, and that's low for the industry. Usually the industry is somewhere around 35 to 40. And so I still think it's on discount. Now, is it a gift to get out of some of the high flyer overvalued stocks? I think so. We look at some of the crazy ones that have just gone absolutely nuts that are trading 40, 50 times sales, 100 times sales. Yes, I think that those are probably going to be ones that are worth getting out of. But no, I'm not going to get out of any of the FANGs. We talked about Facebook being our number one conviction for April. So I think that does continue to roll. Just being smart about the tech plays, I think, is really what's going to matter the most.
Yeah, Facebook trying to break over 300. Shout out. Speaking of shout outs, we got a donation, €5 from Stock77. What do you think about PaySafe stock mid to long term? I bought a lot of shares to keep it 3, 5, 10 years. Thinking about doing the same with SoFi.
Didn't they just make some waves in the markets lately? It's PSFE, right? PaySafe?
Yeah.
So I don't know much about the company, but I know that they've been making some moves here. Let me look at a couple of upgrades from analysts. We're seeing some pretty good stuff here. So Compass Point, I think they upgraded them. So a couple of other upgrades from analysts. This is sitting at 1451. It looks as if that it's probably sitting at a really nice bottom support at 1363. So could be starting to move back up. I think PaySafe probably does pretty well. The thing you got to watch out for, obviously, is that there's a lot of competition in the space.
Yeah, for sure. I really mid to long term, I think you're in a good spot.
Yeah,
like it. There was some other thing that, and we actually allude to it in our video tomorrow for you guys who are subscribers to our channel. If you're not, click subscribe, hit the notification bell. Tomorrow's video is on stocks near their 52-week lows, top stocks. So we have 4 stocks. PaySafe isn't on there, but we talk about it.
Yeah.
We talk about another company that is connected to PaySafe, and it's not Coinbase.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, we'll see. So I do like the Simon Property Group, and I did look up the dividend. It is 4.5%.
4.5%. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. I don't have a giant position in this just yet. I do plan on working myself into it a little bit more. We just hop back to the Simon Property Group chart. You might be asking yourself, why in the world would you buy something like this when it's gone up so much? And that's just because I think that there's still more room for this to run. We're just getting started in the reopening, and so I think that we see a really nice move as far as a surprise on earnings. We're expecting to probably see earnings from them, I would say, early May. Last time we saw earnings was in February. So I think that we're going to see a huge surprise to the upside on this. And even though people are expecting a really nice reopening and that there's going to be huge demand, I don't know if people are quite prepared for exactly what's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I agree with you on that one. Tesla trading 200 times earnings. No one cares. Tesla to the moon.
Perceived value.
What else we got?
That's all I got. So, guys, stock market's closed tomorrow,
Yep.
and so there's no earnings today. So it's a bit of a chill day. I don't have anything else though.
This is one of them days.
Yeah,
Guys,
this whole
Stockwatch
stream has
Sunday,
been one of them days.
Stockwatch Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll probably talk more about the infrastructure stock, but we'll see what we got going on for the week. Definitely make sure you're there Sunday, 7:30. We'll be live hanging out with you guys. Appreciate you guys. Final Four this weekend on Saturday. Enjoy. Should be fun.
Who do you got? Who you got winning the championship?
And delivery numbers. Who do I got? I mean, Gonzaga does look good. I said they weren't going to win. They still look really good.
Yeah.
I'll take Baylor.
I think that it's a solid pick, but I do think that Gonzaga wins it all.
Yeah, Gonzaga's an easy pick.
They've. I mean, usually I don't do that. I usually don't just go with the front runner, but they've won. They've won. All the games that they've won have been by double digits, except for like 3, and they were 5 points or more.
Yeah, that's why I am actually against them, because I liked in tournaments. I think that if you haven't faced adversity, that could become a problem.
It's true.
But they're super talented. Their point guards out of this world. Probably top 5 pick. But Tesla delivery numbers, for everybody's asking, there's no set date, but it's going to be in the next couple days.
Yeah.
So
Tomorrow, I think, is when they're expecting it.
they're not. I know that was said, but
Oh,
it's not. They don't. I know we talked about it this morning. There's been no official date. Yeah. So I think it's going to be today or tomorrow. It could be after the market closes, but don't get mad if it's not today or tomorrow.
I thought I saw
by Monday.
several analysts saying it was tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you went off of this morning's mentorship.
No.
Somebody said that it's tomorrow. All right. So hopefully it'll be tomorrow, but that's probably going to be the topic on Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll know it before Monday. So we'll see. Regular size sleeves. Owner candle to close on the square 5-minute chart. What numbers are we looking for? So we have a bet. Brad thinks it's over 190K. I think I have this one in the bag easily. I think it was originally it was like 186, and it got adjusted down to about 170. So
Lots of people are expecting misses.
they adjusted down as low as like 156. I saw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 169. Steve King. But I have everything under 190. Brad has everything over 190. I'll give you 192. If it's 190 on the dot, you can have the win. And what happens if you lose?
I don't know. We still haven't figured that out.
I thought I said you wear whatever we want on a live stream.
I think that was an idea. I don't know if we actually went with that, but I'll do that.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Oh, look, Tesla just came out with their numbers.
April Fools.
Bye, GME. All right, guys. Appreciate you.
That's going to do it for us. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already. We appreciate you hanging out on a Thursday afternoon. Stock market's closed again tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that video tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And Fat Man Zoom. Anything else?
You guys interested in Clover? Check out the video tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. See you guys. Have a good one.